Hi again, this is Adele. I wanted to share with you video 2. So talk a little bit about the differences between remote schooling, this new virtual schooling environment, and homeschool. Um, if you'd like to hear more about how our family decided to begin homeschooling, feel free to go back to video 1, which I posted under my posts yesterday. So we have 3 children, and just a little bit of background. My husband works full-time and I work full-time, and we were faced with the challenge of homeschooling. And with the 3 children being different ages and being in different grades, it turned out to be, quite different. And it turned out to be a lot for me, to be honest. My oldest at the time was 12, and the middle one was 10, and my youngest was 5. And actually, she was 4 when we decided to homeschool, and she was 5 by the time I had begun. So what we decided to do was to send her to school, send her to kindergarten. We had found a school at this point that we could live with, that we said, okay, this is a school that's good enough. It's a good environment for her. We really liked the teacher, and we said, okay, let's send her to school. And then I decided to homeschool my 10 and 12-year-old. And I knew that, just being new at that, we needed to figure things out. We needed to get used to it. I wasn't sure if it was something that was going to really work for us and that our children were going to like. I knew that I wanted so bad to make it work. I just didn't know how the children were going to feel and whether we were going to be able to get through the year, and how all that was going to play out. So speaking with my husband, we just both decided, okay, let's send the younger one to school. Let's have her go. It's kindergarten, right? It can't hurt. She can probably learn how to read there, and that would make things easier on me. And she'll also, have some friends to play with. So we did that. We sent her to school, and I started educating the older 2 at home. And we had gotten into a cadence and a rhythm and what we wanted to do. We had found curriculum. We found what worked for us and what worked well. And the girls were thrilled, and everything was going super. And then last year, early this year, COVID hit, right? And threw a turmoil in everyone's routine. And so for us, what that meant is now our kindergartner was home. She was no longer going to school. She was going to be home with us. And the school had decided that they were going to continue the school year by doing this virtual environment. First of all, let me just say something, a disclaimer, right? Just so that no one thinks, there's no misunderstandings. We like the school. I am not criticizing the school at all. I am not criticizing any of the teachers. Their teachers are fabulous, and I do believe we need to be more appreciative of teachers. Now that I'm homeschooling, I have definitely learned the value of a teacher. I am just saying that there are certain things about schooling that don't really align with us, with our family. And so she was home, began with the virtual schooling, which then required a standard workload, which for kindergarten was I thought was a pretty big workload, certainly different from a homeschooling workload. My daughters typically, a day in the life of a homeschooler, right? So my daughters typically homeschool, back then when they were in 7th, 5th grade, 7th and 5th grade, and the typical homeschool day looked like 2 to 3 hours of homeschooling. On the worst days, maybe 4 hours, but that was really an exception. And then after that, I would assign them to do their chores. Yes, there are chores to do in the house. They would do their chores, and then after that, they'd have the rest of the day for fun, for learning, for reading, for going out with friends, for play dates, for whatever it is that they wanted to do. They did piano lessons, they did whatever it is they wanted to do. And so my kindergartner, on the other hand, what we found is that we were spending from 9 o'clock to way past 2 o'clock just trying to get her to complete her 6 worksheets a day that she was supposed to do for school. So the workload for virtual schooling is very different from the workload for homeschooling. A kindergartner, for instance, the way I would have homeschooled her for kindergarten would have at max been 45 minutes per day. I think that in 45 minutes we could have accommodated what she needed to learn, just in a different fashion, in a different way. Children at that age don't really have long attention spans, so it is critical that the information they're learning is focused, very focused and very short. And so what ended up happening is she was frustrated. She was trying to do her schoolwork and attend the Zoom videos and do her reading and do her phonics, and it was too much. It was overwhelming for her, and so she became frustrated, and then it became overwhelming for me, and then my other children became frustrated because we were kind of invading their homeschool space and their educational space, and balancing this. The first 3 to 4 weeks was very tough. We had a tough time. Once we figured out a routine, and I quickly learned, I said, I can't follow this whole virtual schooling curriculum. I'm going to decide what she works on and what she doesn't work on. And I worked with her teacher. I didn't do it ad hoc. I wasn't going to disrespect the teacher or the workload or anything. I worked with her teacher, who is fabulous, by the way, and she allowed us to do that, and she was very friendly with us and very helpful. And we were able to we were able to reduce the workload a bit so that she could complete the year. By the time May came, she was done. She was so done. And so we gave her lots and lots of breaks. But I just wanted to share that with you because a lot of people think schooling at home and homeschooling are similar, and they are not. They really are not. The workload is different. You are expected to follow the same curriculum, the same tasks, the same processes, the same topics, the same materials, and you are expected to do that at home with your parents, with minimal interaction with the teacher, and it is not the same. The workload, there are advanced kids out there, and the advanced kids probably can get it in no time. Not everybody is advanced, and so for the rest of the kids, it can be overwhelming and it can be a cause for frustration. And so with homeschooling, you have the freedom of choice. You have the freedom of, we're going to do this today, and tomorrow we'll do something different. And today, to better learn it, we're going to go here, and we're not going to go here. So it's very, very, very free, very flexible, very open to choice. And it is your choice. You get to choose based on how you see your children and based on what's working for you and what's not working for you. So again, I wanted to encourage you so that you know that you can tailor this. You can make changes. If this virtual schooling environment doesn't quite work for you, try homeschool. Why not, right? See what it takes, see what it does, see how your family can contribute. If you're vulnerable with your children, and you share with them, listen, we're going to try this. What do you think? And how can you help? And what are some of the things you'd like to study? If you get them involved, you would be shocked at how they respond. Our children love it. Our children are not eager to go back to school, which is what I was afraid of. And I think that if you, again, if your flexibility is there, if you're a flexible mom and you open your mind to the fact that you're not going to have the same exact routine every day, even though you could if that's what you wanted, then you can do this. So this is for you. Press on. Give it a try. Let me know if I can help you. I'm thinking of maybe creating a page where I can continue to share some of these videos, but what I would like the most is to hear back from you. Hear what topics are you interested in? What are the questions you have? And what are the areas where I can help you? And I'm gonna kick off that page. So if you're interested in hearing more, I'm probably gonna stick to videos of 8 to 10 minutes. So if you can spare 8 to 10 minutes every day to, or whenever I post the videos, to understanding and learning and maybe asking questions and sharing, I think we can support each other through this. Thank you and have a great day.